June 7th, a day that lives down through many minds. You can refer to it as 6-7 Day, or you can refer to it by its other title. The last day that the Pioneers entered into a ball game being below 500. But that change is today. They enter into Olean sitting at a record of 11-12, trying to see if they can get another victory and improve back to that 500 mark. However, the team in front of them, Olean, looks to correct the 2 times they faced so far this season where the Pioneers got the best of them. It's the Olean Oilers, and it's the Elmira Pioneers taking place here at historic Bradner Stadium. Anthony Labonte taking you through the action here today, and I mentioned the fact that the Pioneers right now are below 500, and that has had an effect in the standings. That is where we look first off here. The standings of the West Division. The Elmira Pioneers have fallen to 5th place, with Niagara jumping ahead of them. They are ahead by 1 game, and that is due to part of the win percentage model that is used to make these standings. Batavia sits at number 1. Jamestown is 27-1. They sit at 2. Auburn 16-9. They're taking through this one. Niagara 13-14-1. Elmira 12-13. Olean, they're 11-14. They won their last game. Looking to try and build that into some momentum. Get ahead of Elmira. Get ahead of Niagara. Get that 4 seed. Make it into the playoffs come the end of the month. Geneva is 10-15. They've gone back real hard going up there. Niagara Falls, they take on Niagara Ironbacks today. I'll keep you informed on that one. But Niagara Falls enters into this one 9-game losing streak. In Newark, they're 4-18. Now we take a peek real quick at the starting lineup for the Elmira Pioneers. Caleb Delaney is in number 1. Nick Spanner is at the 2-hole. Manny Castro, new face. We'll talk more about him when he steps up at the 3rd spot. Tyson Gingrich is the cleanup hitter. Then it's Tyler Adamo. Brandon Duback is the catcher for this one. Alex Davis follows. Ryan Gabinelli's at 8. Jalen Tidwell is the shortstop at 9. And Trevor Reed, he rounds out the lineup, sitting in the 10-hole. So as we get ready to go here, it's going to be Caleb Delaney stepping up right now for the Elmira Pioneers. And he's going to go up against the pitcher in Jake Menendo. Getting ready as they both get set here. Menendo enters into today. His 5th game started. As Menendo, the right-hander, delivers. First pitch taken by Caleb Delaney for ball number 1. And that's how things get started. Official start time, 6:35 here from Olean. And so Caleb Delaney looks to try and piece something together. That one goes on the ground. It's going to be grabbed over there by the shortstop in McElligott, but not in time. Single on the infield comes by Caleb Delaney. So one man gets on, and that's what Delaney has done so far against Olean. The one game that he faced off against them, he went 3 for 3 with singles. So now one man on for the Elmira Pioneers, and Nick Spanner's coming up to the plate. And he's on a 10-game on-base streak, trying to extend that one here. He had in 9 of those games he had hits. So have to see how things end up working. As they hold on 1 second, new baseballs are getting delivered to the home plate umpire. You see Coach Krakow talking to Delaney over at first base. And get ready to go. For Menendo, he enters into today with a 2 whip. That's walks and hits per innings pitched. So he averages getting 2 men on per inning that he's thrown. But trying to get things working here against the Elmira Pioneers. They already have a man on, Caleb Delaney. Spanner gets ready there from the right-handed batter's box. The first pitch to him, that one will go for a strike. So first strike of the day coming for Menendo is there on a pitch towards Nick Spanner. So have to see how Spanner adjusts. The wind right now is blowing towards right center field. This ballpark, a multi-use stadium, so the historic part of Bradner Stadium is just how different it is from the other ones here in the PGCBL. So the left field line is 330. Right field line is 338 with a couple of, as you can see, a couple of field goal posts in between. That one goes outside for a ball. It's 1-1 now coming for Nick Spanner. Castro's on deck right now here as Caleb Delaney sits at first base, trying to see if the Pioneers can try and strike early. The throw, that one's upstairs. It's going to be 2-1 incoming for Nick Spanner. And for Spanner, he looks to get things going here. He's batting .394 so far this season. and has been the guy that if you need a hit, he's definitely one with the singles. That one swung on there by Spanner, heads towards right center field, going back there, not able to make the grab though. It's going to be the Olean Oiler right fielder. It's a bobble out there. The men are running on. Delaney's going to get the sign on home from Coach Drum. Moving over towards third for a triple is going to be Nick Spanner. A triple coming in for Nick Spanner, and that's the first run of the day. The ball just got past Brian Fleming in right field. It is 1-0 Pio's lead. Big swing there by Nick Spanner, and that's how things get started here from Olean. Now it's a man on third, and the first run of the day crosses. So now coming up is going to be Manny Castro from St. Bonaventure. This is his third season with the Pioneers, but his first game here today. Menendo gets set. Pioneers trying to see if they can add another run on the board. That one goes in there for a strike. A far-hitting ball in there by Nick Spanner to opposite field. Caused the play there. And now the right-handed batter here in Castro gets ready to throw. That one is in there for a strike, so he's looking at an 0-2 count now incoming. Menendo looking to get the first out here, the top half of the first inning. Already 2 hits on the day gathered by the Pioneers. Menendo kicks and deals. That one outside. Good eye by Castro. It's a 1-2 now. As getting ready to go here on deck for the Pioneers is Tyson Gingrich, the left-handed batter. Looking to try and clean up if Castro can get on. That one swung on foul. It's going to remain a 1-2 here for Castro. And the Pioneers already strike first. Score a run and get ready to bring things forward for the team. Gives a lot of cushion for their man in Lucas Hale. The pitch coming in. That one's hit on the ground. It heads over towards the shortstop who reaches out. Not able to make the grab. The second baseman will, though, but it's going to be a single. So a first at-bat of the season for Manny Castro. It's an RBI single that puts the Pioneers up 2-0. What a swing there by Castro. And now it's 2-0 with coming up Tyson Gingrich, the left fielder. He looks to try and bring things through. He's 3 for his last 5 so far on the season as he steps up to the bat. 2-0 Pio's lead. Menendo looks down and looks back over. Have to see what Castro may do over at first base. The pitch comes in, and that one is going to be just a bit outside for ball number 1. So 1-0 count coming in for Tyson Gingrich. And Manny Castro gets ready here. Getting set. The throw. That one swung on a miss there for strike number 1. 1-1 count now coming for Tyson Gingrich. As 3 hits have already come in for the Pioneers to score 2 runs through the first 3 batters. No outs here. Menendo gets set. He kicks and deals. That one out inside for ball number 2. So 2-1 count now coming to Tyson Gingrich. And as a reminder, he had that home run back at Niagara Falls where he was able to go pull side, so towards the right field wall and over with wind in his face. So have to see how it goes. Castro makes his steps. Swung on a miss there for strike 2 by Gingrich. Castro does not go on the jump. So it will be a 2-2 count now incoming for Gingrich, who looks to try and build things through. He was 1 for 2 in that game back on June 4th against Olean, where he had 4 RBIs. The pitch, that one's low. Full count now. Trying to look for the first down here in the top half of the first is the pitcher, Jake Menendo. 3 hits already for the Pioneers. Menendo's throw, that one hit on the ground, heads over towards the first baseman who turns on over towards second to get the first out, throw back over in time for the double play. A turn there from Hunsicker to McElliott and back over for the double play, gets 2 outs, and let's take a peek around the infield and outfield for the Olean Oilers. It's Aiden Coburn at third, Keegan McElliott is at short, Thomas Bates at second, Christo Hunsicker is the first baseman. The outfield from left to right, Aiden Willard, Cooper Tarley, and Brian Fleming. And Brady Smith is doing the catching for Jake Menendo. So Tyler Adamo comes up, 2 outs now, nobody on. First pitch goes in there for strike number 1 against the man playing second base here today. He moves down 1 spot in the lineup. Was playing in the cleanup spot, switched over with Gingrich as that one will go in there, but a little outside. It's a 1-1 for him. So no man on, following the double play. Pioneers looking to try and get another hit here. 3 so far in this inning. The pitch, that one is outside. It's going to be 2-1 count now incoming. And so for the Oilers right now, their middle infield is playing a little bit further back. I would say in the heels on the outfield grass, but it's all grass out there. That one's too high, 3-1. So 3-1 counting coming for Tyler Adamo, who tries to bring things along here, following the double play. 3-1, the pitch. That one set on the ground, foul. Hits off the home plate and rolls backwards. So now it's a full count coming for Tyler Adamo. In the 2 games that he's played against Olean, the 2 games the Pioneers have had, he's 2 for 8 on the year. Trying to see how things can change. In both of those games, he was towards the leadoff spot, now in the 5-hole. Full count, the pitch, that one, swung and a miss there for strike 3, and that's the first punch out for Jake Menendo. That'll do it for the top half of the first, but the Pioneers are able to score 2. It's 2-0 Pioneers over the Olean Oilers. We head to the bottom half of the first, where Lucas Hale gets ready to step on the mound. Lucas Hale on the rubber for the Elmira Pioneers, looking to take through this one. He's already got a 2-run cushion, and that hopes to bring them further. As Hale so far this season, this will be his 6th start. In 5 starts, he's 0 for 5 on the year, looking at an ERA of 14.46. However, that number is misleading because Hale in his past couple starts, it's been that last inning that he goes through. The 3rd time through the lineup has been the difficulty. So if you can get through 1 and 2, it's very strong that the Pioneers, if their bats can get ready, Hale can get his first win of the year. But for the man who just committed to Wabash, he looks to try and bring things through. The throwdown comes in from Duback, and we will get things started. The first man up for the Olean Oilers is going to be Derek Stout. He steps up here batting .360 so far in the season with a 3-game hit streak entering into the contest. Looks to get ready. Pioneers already up by 2 runs. That came off the bat of Caleb Delaney, Nick Spanner, and Manny Castro, who is playing at 3rd base here today. Getting ready here for the first pitch by Lucas Hale. We apologize for the pole that's standing in the way. That's, of course, blocking the view for you folks. However, that's the best angle we have here, of course, being the away side. They don't always give us the best spots for it, but that's how we're looking. First pitch goes in there for a strike by Hale. So it's an 0-1 count now incoming as Hale gets a baseball here. So Dumac gets ready to give his sign on over towards Lucas Hale. Looking to get things moving here against the matter in Derek Stout. The pitch, that one is in there for a strike, so already 2 strikes ahead is Lucas Hale trying to bring things on top of the Olean Oilers. Hale gets ready to look, and he is going to get set. 0-2 count coming here. The pitch, that one is fouled away. Remaining an 0-2 count. Third pitch of the at-bat came in there. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes already from Hale. However, 1 not going. Ready here. Hale gets set. He kicks, he deals. That one hit high and foul by the batter. Trying to make things happen here. As getting ready now for Stout so far this year. He had a home run in the game that the Oilers played against Auburn. So trying to use that power here at home to put 1 run on the board and cut this 2-0 deficit. The pitch from Hale, that one's hit on the ground. It heads on over towards Tidwell at short. He throws to first. Will it be in time? It will not be. Gabbianelli thought he had it in time. Not the case. Infield single comes for Derek Stout. A very bang play there, and it goes in favor of the Oilers. They have a man on already. So now coming up is going to be Keegan McElligott, who is 4 for 7 so far this season. This is going to be his 3rd game played. Trying to see if he can move along his man on first in Derek Stout. As Gabbianelli will stand there in case of a pickoff attempt over at first. The shortstop here for Keegan McElligott. Hale gets ready. The pinch is there's a rundown. Dubek's throw over towards Tidwell, not going to be on target. It's a stolen base coming in from Derek Stout, and just like that, the Oilers have a man in scoring position. So man on second base now is Derek Stout. The first pitch of ball going towards Keegan McElligott. As Hale now looks down towards home plate. He gets ready to go. Pitch, that one there. Gonna go for another ball there, 2-0. So Lucas Hale has the man on second, just has to get set here back into the spot. He is traditionally very strong in the first inning. 2-0. The pitch, that one swung on a miss there for strike 1, so it's a 2-1 count now incoming. As Hale returns back to the rubber. The first baseman in Ryan Gabbianelli playing a little bit further back here as Castro plays closer towards the bag at third in case of a steal attempt from Stout, who makes his secondary lead there, but that ball will fall in for a strike. It's going to be a 2-2 count now incoming for the batter here in Keegan McElligott, as he looks to try and get a big swing here of the bat and bring a man home. Just 1 RBI so far this season for him. The pitch, that one's hit high in the air. It heads towards right center field. Going back for that one is going to be Caleb Delaney, who makes the grab and is going to throw it on over. No tag up comes in, and that will be the first out for the Elmira Pioneers. And with that, let's take a peek around the field. At third base is Manny Castro. Jalen Tidwell's at short. Tyler Adamo plays over at second. Ryan Gabbianelli's the first baseman. And then the outfield from left to right. It's Trevor Reed, Caleb Delaney, and Tyson Gingrich, while Brandon Dubek does the catching for Lucas Hale. As this outfield was one that we saw towards the end of the Jamestown game. Of course, Gingrich and Reed were switched around a little bit as that one is swung on a miss there for strike 1. Gingrich was over in left and Reed was over in right. Now it's the opposite case here. Delaney, of course, playing that center field. He's got the speed for it. 0-1 count coming in now. Looks back, and the pitch going to be a step off. No pitch coming in from him. Remain 0-1 against the batter here in Brian Fleming, who in his last game against the Red Wings was 4 for 4. That was the last game for this Olean team. That one swung on a miss there for a strike. 0-2 now. That game, the 11th win of the season for Olean. against Geneva. But for Fleming, he's batting .373 on the season, so that's not just an uncommon day for him getting on base. 0-2, Hale looks back towards second in case of the throw. A pitch, that one's upstairs. It's going to be a 1-2 on the fastball. And so based on the lefty batter here, it is the responsibility of Jalen Tidwell at shortstop to cover over second base. As Hale looks down towards his catcher. And time is out coming in here. Hale was looking for a pitch from Dumack. So just a timeout there, and they step back into the box here in Fleming, the right fielder in this contest. Trying to see how he can work. The pitch, that one is swung foul. It'll remain 1-2 coming in for him. For Lucas Hale, he tries to get his first punch out in this one. Trying to bring things through for him. Once again, a transfer from the University of Kentucky. Trying to see what he can do. Hale remains on the mound, looking down toward the batter. So far in the season for him, he's got a grand total of 20 strikeouts, averaging a little over one per inning. Hale gets set. 1-2. The pitch, that one swung and a miss there, and there's his strikeout of the inning. Number one comes in there on the punch out. Now 2 are down for the Pioneers, who are trying to hold off the man at second base and keep this 2-0 lead against Olean. Up to bat now comes Cooper Tarley, who's the center fielder in this contest. Most home runs on the team. He's got 2 so far in this season. And he's played in 18 games where he's gotten on base in every single one of them. Trying to continue that here and potentially bring a man home as Derek Stout remains on second base. Hale's first pitch, that one's down low, ball 1. So it's a 1-0 count now incoming for this batter here in Tarley, trying to move the man along. Hale gets set now. Sun coming down from the right side here. You can see by the shadows. The pitch, that one is going to be a bit too low. It's 2-0 now. For Lucas Hale, it's going to be, can you command the strike zone in these situations with a man in scoring position? As getting back ready there is Tarley. Hale gets set. Duback puts the knee down, the kick, the deal. That one is swung high into the air. Heads towards Jalen Tidwell over there, who moves into shallow left. He calls off and makes the catch for the third out. So the Pioneers hold off the Oilers from scoring a run. It is 2-0 as we head to the top half of the second here from historic Bradner Stadium in Olean, New York. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the second inning incoming is Brandon Dubank to try and bring things through. 2 runs already scored for the Pioneers. That came off of 3 hits by the team. And now Dubank gets ready to step up here in the 6th hole. As the first pitch comes into him, that one will go up there for a ball. It'll be a 1-0 count coming for him. So Lucas Hale did a good job of stopping the runner from scoring from second base. And the second pitch coming into Dubank is going to go for a strike. So it's a 1-1 now, looking at the count for him. Brandon Dubank against Olean, 2 for 8 so far this season. That's in the 2 games they faced on June 4th and June 20th. So that one's hit high in the air. Heads towards left center field. Going over for that one is going to be the center fielder in Tarley for the out. So first out comes in there with no men getting on. It's still 2-0 Pios lead over the Olean Wheelers, and Alex Davis will now step up to the plate to take things forward for the team. Alex Davis 1 for 4 in that game against Olean on June 4th. So far in the season, in that game he had a double that scored a run. Following the fly out there, first pitch to Davis goes for a ball. It's a 1-0 count now coming for the right-handed batter as that one goes for a strike. Davis playing today as the extra hitter for the team. And Menendo now getting into a rhythm. 1-1. The pitch, that one is hit high and foul, curls around towards the back stands. It's going to be a 1-2 count now incoming for Alex Davis to try and bring things through for the team. Getting sent, kicking, and dealing is Menendo. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground. It heads over towards the third baseman in Coburn, who throws on over to hit Hunsicker for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down right now for the Elmira Pioneers here in the second inning. And coming up next is going to be Ryan Gabbianelli, batting .255 so far this season, but entering into today with a 14-game on-base streak. Trying to see if he can improve that one continuing forward. Menendo has gotten 5 straight outs in a row against these Pioneers. The pitch, that one goes in for a strike. Be an 0-1 count coming for Gabbianelli. It was the double play hit on the ground in the first, and then a strikeout of Tyler Adamo. That one swung on a miss there. That's going to be strike 2. It's an 0-2 count coming to Gabbianelli. Then the 2 outs here in the top half of the second being by Brandon Dubank and Alex Davis. As now looking down on the count is Gabbianelli, 0-2. Menendo. The pitch, that one is hit high in the air, heads towards right field. Going to go back for that one, and making the snag is Fleming for the third out. So 1-2-3, down go the Pioneers. It'll remain 2-0 here from Olean, New York. When we return, Lucas Hale returns to the mound. Parenting today can sometimes feel like you're way out in left field. Concentrating Prevention wants to give you some backup for when those unexpected hits come your way. The Triple P Positive Parenting Program for families is designed to help parents step up to the plate with confidence. Learn skills that will help your family become stronger, healthier, and more resilient. To learn more, visit casa-trinity.org or email shamungprevention at casa-trinity.org. Thank you, Casa Trinity, for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers. Up to bat comes Aiden Willard, the left fielder for the Oilers, after they aren't able to hold off the Pioneers 1-2-3 in the top half of the inning. 2 runs the lead right now by the Pios, and Lucas Hale turns back to the mound. Allowed a hit in the first one. That was an infield single. First pitch coming to Willard. That one is swung on a miss there for a strike. It's an 0-1 count now incoming. And so due up for this one is going to be Willard, and then it's Thomas Bates on deck and Christo Hunsicker in the hole. Second pitch coming in here. That one swung on a miss. That's strike number 2. For Willard, this is his first time facing off against the Pioneers, but what has made him do so well is the speed alongside the power. He's got 3 triples so far this season. The pitch, that one is swung foul there, and they actually saying that he did not get a piece of it. They said that he just missed on the swing, so it's a drop third strike, and he'll go in there as the tag for the out. So strikeout comes in for Lucas Hale, his second punch out of the day coming against Willard, and now coming up to bat is Thomas Bates, who in that last game, as I mentioned, against Geneva, he had a home run. So trying to continue that into this one here. Well, now it comes in. Pioneers trying to keep that goose egg on the board of Olean. Hale puts the knee up and throws on through for a first pitch strike. A beautiful throw there, goes right down center lane. And now Hale trying to go back to an 0-2 count against the batter. The pitch, that one in there again for a strike. Both times now, it's gotten right at belt level, right in the heart of the plate for a strike. So an 0-2 count now incoming for Bates. Thomas Bates trying to get on here. He's using that back half of the box. The pitch, that one is going to be a little inside for a ball. 1-2 now. Hale just missed the zone by inches. Now gets ready to go here. 1-2 count. The pitch, that one swung on there, heads towards right center field. Going back for that one is Gingrich, who makes the snag and gets the out. Great running play there by Tyson Gingrich, and that will be the second out here of the inning on that one. So good catch there by Gingrich, and up to bat now comes Christo Hunsicker, batting .209 so far this season. But Hale has gotten the men down 1-2 so far, trying to see if he can do it 1-2-3. Christo Hunsicker, he's 1 for his last 10 so far. And right now trying to see if he can add another one on as I hit. That one is going to hit the top of the zone for strike 1. 0-1 count now incoming for Hunsicker. Playing the at first base here today. Hale kicks and delivers. That one is going to be just a touch low. 1-1. And so returns back here, and for Hunsicker, he comes out of Wyomissing, PA, going to Millersville. That one goes in there for a strike. So it's going to be a 1-2 count now incoming for Hunsicker. Hale trying to see if he can get the third out here of the second inning. As he gets set. The kick, the deal, that one is going to be at eye level, so it's going to go for a ball. It's a 2-2 now coming in. So Lucas Hale trying to get another punch out here. He's got 2 strikes with 2 balls already. The pitch, that one is hit on the ground. Grabbing that one is going to be Hale. He takes the step onto first base. No chance of a mess up on the pitch. That one will be the out. So an unassisted one. It gets out the third out of the inning as we head to the top half of the third. Pioneers lead 2-0 over Olean. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahunas, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the third, it's the last two men who have not stepped up in the lineup, Jalen Tidwell and Trevor Reed, due up before we get back to the top of Caleb Delaney. And for the Oilers, they were able to get the last inning 1-2-3 with Jake Menendo, but not able to capitalize in the bottom half. They had a 1-2-3 of their own, as now Jalen Tidwell steps up here. He is coming in today with a 17 game on base streak. That's the same amount of games that he has played so far this season. So all of these Pioneers know how to get on base, just have to put it all together to get some runs, as that one is going to be too high, ball one. They were able to do so in the first inning when they got 2 runs on the board. That came off the bat of Nick Spanner on a triple, and then a single that scored a run by Manny Castro. The pitch, that one is in there for a strike. First strike going against Jalen Tidwell. It's a 1-1 account. As getting ready set now is Menendo. He kicks and deals, and that one is swung on there by Tidwell for strike number 2. And for Menendo, he comes out of Erie, PA, going to Penn State BN. The pitch there, swung and a miss. That's strike 3, and that's going to be his second punch out of the day. Down goes Jalen Tidwell, and now Trevor Reed will come up to the plate here. Trevor Reed on the season, he's 6 for 21. Does not have any extra base hit on the season, but is able to get on as he gets ready to go. Here, the pitch, that one will be up high. So Trevor Reed, one of those guys that can play anywhere on the field. We've seen him go in the outfield. We've seen him play in the infield. He's gone behind the dish, and he's also pitched so far this season. The pitch, that one's low for ball 2. So it's a 2-0 count now incoming. He pitched back in a couple games ago. That was the game against Batavia where he finished off the game. That next pitch comes in as a strike. It's going to be a 2-1. Pioneers on the season 2-0 against the Olean Oilers. The one there, that one's fouled back. It's going to be a 2-2 now for Reed, as they got the run rule in the first game. And the second game on June 20th was the complete game by Larson Birch that was able to get the win. 2-2, the pitch, that one, swung on a miss there for strike 3. He was a little underneath that, so 2 punched out so far by Menendo. So now coming up is the top of the order. Here comes Caleb Delaney, who had an infield single his last time up, and now looks to try and continue that here. The left-handed batter steps up to the plate. As Menendo gets ready here. The pitch comes in, and that one's hit hard, and it's going to bounce on through. Trying to grab that one is the second baseman in Bates. He throws it over to first. It's not going to be in time. That's another single on the infield coming from Caleb Delaney, his second hit of the day, and he is 5 for 5 against the Olean Oilers this season. As now he gets on first, and coming up is going to be Nick Spanner, who had that RBI triple earlier in the game, and that was able to score Caleb Delaney. So first pitch swinging by Delaney puts him on. And Spanner looks to try and continue things here as the Pioneers have a 2-0 lead over the Olean Oilers. Spanner on the season, that was his second triple on the year. The pitch, that one's outside for a ball. 1-0 count now incoming. As Delaney takes his initial lead as the lookover comes in from the righty. Pitch comes into Spanner, and that one will go for a strike. It's an even exchange 1-for-1. Count now incoming. And Spanner steps into today. Entered at a 394, but that surely goes up with that triple. The pitch, that one swung on there from Spanner, heads towards center field. Going back for that one. It's going to be too far. It's going to hit off the Casa Trinity sign out there. One run is going to score Caleb Delaney on the turn from Coach Drum, and now it's a double coming for Nick Spanner. That makes it a 3-0 ball game. So now an RBI triple and an RBI double from Nick Spanner has allowed the Pioneers to take a larger lead. It's 3-0 over Olean with Manny Castro stepping up next. Nick Spanner 2 for 2 on the day with 2 extra base hits. And Castro had a single earlier. Spanner now half of the way there, from the cycle if he's able to get one over the wall, and then a single. That one, first pitch goes in there for a strike. 0-1 count now incoming. He got what some may say is the most difficult one, and considering he hit one all the way back there towards 390 in center field, I wouldn't be surprised if Spanner were to pull one a little bit more. It could go over the wall. 0-1 count coming in. That one's upstairs. It's a 1-1 count now coming for Castro. And his first plate appearance this season for the Pioneers, he was able to get a single and ended up scoring a run as Spanner takes his lead over there at second base. Menendo kicks and deals. That one is too high. It's 2-1. And for Castro, in his last 2 seasons with the Pioneers, he played in just 19 games total. That was 13 in 2025 and 6 in 2024. And had a OPS of 644. That one's outside 3-1. So now getting ready here. 3-1 count. Does not have to swing if he doesn't like the pitch. But of course, you see the aggressiveness of Coach Drum this season, he definitely has the green light. Pitch from Menendo, and that one is going to be outside ball 4. So for the second time today, Manny Castro gets on to first base. That comes by a walk, and now coming up is Tyson Gingrich, who was able to step up in this cleanup spot. However, his last time he was up, he hit into a double play and got very close to ending the inning before a strikeout by Adamo, who sits on deck right now. 3-0 Pioneers lead following what was a Caleb Delaney single and a Nick Spanner double. Pitch comes in by Gingrich. That one is going to go for a strike. Gingrich set up here in the left-handed batter's box, looking to take things through. Menendo gets set, 0-1. Pitch, that one swung on a miss there for strike 2. So 2 ducks on the pond right now for Gingrich, trying to see if he can send them on home. 0-2 count with Menendo trying to get the third out. Tyler Adamo sits on deck. Spanner on second, Castro on first. The lead here by Spanner. The pitch comes in, that one swung high in the air. Heads over towards foul territory. Tracking after that one is going to be the left fielder, who makes the snag and hits the wall there. Great grab by Willard for the third out. So 2 get left on by the Pioneers, but another run scores. It is now 3-0. Pioneers lead over the Olean Oilers. When we return, the Oilers trying to get some runs back when they come up to bat. Bottom 3 now here from Olean, New York, as the Pioneers lead by 3 runs. They scored one in the top half of the inning, and coming up now is going to be Logan Coslin to step up here. He's batting 167 so far this season. Lucas Hale trying to get some work here on the Oilers with a 3-run cushion. The first pitch, that one's low, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. So Hale so far today has just allowed 1 hit. He has 2 punch outs. That one is going to be ball 2. Hits off the glove of Duback. 2-0 count now coming in. And so in this one, it's been 2 flyouts, 1 pop out, and a ground out alongside the 2 Ks by the Oilers. The pitch, that one's fouled back. So 2-0 lead now turns to a 2-1. As on deck coming up for the Oilers is Brady Smith, the catcher. Have to see how his at-bat adjusts if the leadoff man and Logan Cosling's able to get on. Hale gets set. He kicks and deals. That one is going to be in there for a strike. It's now a 2-2 count. And so some of the lights are beginning to turn on here from historic Brandner Stadium. The one over towards left field is being turned on, as it is a 2-2 count now incoming. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground. It's going to be attacked there by Tidwell. He takes a step, he throws to first for Gabbianelli. It's going to be in time for the out. So first down comes in on the 6-3, and Brady Smith will come up to bat here. He enters into this one batting 1 for his last 11, 2 for his last 16, and tries to change that here with no man on. Just 1 hit so far today by the Oilers. As Hale gets his look down over. Great attack there by Jalen Tidwell. As Hale kicks and deals, that one is going to be a little upstairs. It's always interesting to see how these different fields play, especially ones where you don't have a lot of that infield dirt. You have more of the grass there, so changes just the friction of the ball bouncing as that one goes for a strike. Because so far in this league, we've seen a fair number of turf fields, including Auburn and Niagara Falls. Of course, Dunfield is a place where some wacky things can happen with the baseball, but here it seems like things are playing pretty soft when it's hitting off the ground. 2-1 count now incoming. Here, the pitch, that one is going to be, they're going to look down for an appeal. No good, and it'll be a 3-1 count now incoming. Did not swing through there was Brady Smith, and now he's ahead in the count, 3-1. As Hale gets set here. 3-1 count the pitch. That one is there for a strike, so now it's a full count. Have to see what the payoff's going to be here. Trying to get the second out of the bottom half of the third inning. Pioneers lead 3-0. The pitch, that one's hit high in the air. Heads towards center field. Back for that one is going to be Caleb Delaney for the can of corn. And that will be the second out coming in for the Pioneers. As up to bat will be the 10-hole hitter for Olean. And that will be an Aiden Coburn. Third baseman in this contest. Trying to see how he can adjust here. He's batting .238 so far this season. Coming up against Hale. As getting ready now. Hale is going to deliver the first pitch. That one goes in there for a strike just above the knees for strike number 1. So first pitch strike coming in for Hale. That gives him a lot of mobility to work around this zone, especially with 2 outs here. 0-1, the delivery. That one is swung on a miss there for strike 2. So you get a lot of flexibility with 1 strike. Now you get a lot more with 2 strikes. Hale looks to continue this one here. 0-2 count. The pitch, that one is in there, strike 3. They catch him looking. That's strike 3 coming in. 1-2-3 go down the Oilers. Once again, the third punch out of the day for the Pioneers. And we head to the top of the 4th. Pioneers lead 3-0 over Olean here at historic Bradner Stadium. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top 4, Tyler Adamo now steps up. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout, but looks to bring forward the Pioneers' lead. They lead by 3 right now as they get ready to go. A pitch is getting ready, and it comes on in. That one will be for a strike. So first pitch strike coming in towards Tyler Adamo. Looking to bring things through here. The Pioneers have been able to get a grand total of 6 hits so far in this contest. As the 0-1 is now coming in towards Adamo. That one will dribble on the ground there for a ball. It's a 1-1 count. And those 6 hits have just come from the top 3 men of the order. And Delaney, Spanner, and Castro. No one else so far has a hit on the day. 1-1. The pitch, that one is going to be in there for a strike. It's now going to be a 1-2 count and coming to Adamo. And for Menendo, he has been able to control the middle part of this order. The pitch, that one is going to be outside. It's a 2-2. With 3 strikeouts today, one of them being Tyler Adamo, the other 2 being Jalen Tidwell and Trevor Reed. Tries to keep things moving. 2-2, the pitch. That one is going to be outside. The count is now completely full for Tyler Adamo. Looking to try and get a man on early here. 3-2, the pitch. That one swung high in the air. Going underneath that one is going to be McElligott, who drifts over and makes the catch for the out. So first down comes in on the pop fly over towards the shortstop. Now coming up is going to be Brandon Duback. He's 0 for 1 on the day as well. That came on a fly out towards center field that Tarley was able to snag. So it's going to be a one-out situation for the catcher. As he gets the first pitch coming in, that one will be a strike, already ahead in the count. So Jake Menendo once again against the Elmira hitters from spots 4 through 10. Not a single man has gotten on. The pitch, that one swung and a miss there for strike 2. It's an 0-2 count. Menendo pounding the strike zone right now. He grabs the rosin bag and gets ready to go here. 0-2. The kick can deal. That one swung and a miss there for strike 3. That's punch out number 4 coming in there. And that will send down the second out. And up to bat comes Alex Davis, who hit one on the ground earlier that was able to be grounded there by Coburn at third for the out. That was back in the second inning. So now 2 down already for the Pioneers. The first pitch comes in. That one is swung foul there for strike number 1. And so the Pioneers so far today, 6 hits in the contest. They have not walked once, but gotten 3 runs. 0-1 on the pitch. That one is outside, 1-1. Here for Duback. And for Duback, he is in that catcher spawn for this one. Was scheduled to be the catcher. That one's fouled back in the second game against Jamestown, but ended up not playing due to the rain that came in. The rain and lightning that ended up postponing that contest. 1-2 incoming now. Menendo, the pitch. That one swung on the ground there, and it's going to be on the line, and they're going to rule it foul. So it moved just a little bit over foul. And so it will remain a 1-2 count incoming. Just a touch outside of the base path. Remains 1-2. So Davis will step back into the box here to try and get another one down on the ground and in. 1-2 count here. Menendo. The pitch comes in, and that one too high, 2-2, following that foul ball. So Alex Davis trying to improve his averages against Olean. Just 1 for 5 so far in the season. That one's outside. It's going to be a full count now. So full count comes in. Last time there was a full count, that led to the pop out by Tyler Adamo. We'll see how it goes here. 3-2 the pitch. That one's down low. It's going to be the first walk of the day issued by Menendo. And it puts Alex Davis on. Or excuse me, the second walk of the day issued by Menendo will put Alex Davis on. I'll make a correction. My scorebook, I mixed up a little bit. There's 5 hits so far for the Pioneers. Castro ended up walking. So 2 walks so far issued by Menendo. And coming up now is going to be Ryan Gavianelli. He flew out his last time up over towards right field. Now with the man on, have to see how his approach differs, as that one is going to go there for a strike. 0-1 count. Menendo looks over towards first base. Taking the steps over is Davis. Kick can deal. That one swung on there by Gavianelli. It's going to go too far foul. Over towards the opposite side. He swung just a touch late on that one. It'll go to 0-2 now. Menendo gets back on the rubber. Davis in first. He gets his secondary lead. Menendo takes his step from the stretch. That one's hit on the ground, foul again. Menendo has a good way of working from the stretch so far. Just one stolen base. And this one, no stolen bases. One stolen base in the entire contest. That came for Olean in the first inning. Menendo has not allowed a stolen base in this contest. Gavianelli gets the pitch. That one swung on the ground. It heads over towards the shortstop there, who makes the step in McElligott and gets the third out. So down go the Pioneers in the top half of the fourth. When we return, Olean looks to try and start getting some runs on the board. They have just one hit. Try to improve that when we come back. The Elmira Pioneers would like to thank AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment for being the official motorsport provider for the Pioneers. Visit them today at 1699 South Main Street in Mansfield, Pennsylvania. Thank you, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers. As we get back to the contest, the top of the order coming up now. Second time through here in the fourth inning. It's Derek Stout now stepping up. He had that infield single earlier, the lone single on the day for the Oilers and the only hit on the day. He also stole a base to get on second, but was not able to come home. Pitch comes in there. That one is swung there, and it's going to drop in towards shallow right. Going over for left, and going over for that one is going to be Reed. He makes the throw. It's a double for Derek Stout here, his 7th extra base hit on the season. Big swing there, and that puts a man on early. And now coming up is going to be Keegan McElligott, the shortstop who had that last out of the top half of the inning, looking to try and move his man along. That sits on second base. As he flew out last time up, he sent one over towards center field where Caleb Delaney was able to make the snag. Hale allows his second hit of the day. The pitch, that one swung and a miss there. Of course, both hits coming against the same guy. 0-1 now. A swing and miss there from McElligott. 4-8 on the season, batting .500. As they get ready here. 0-1 count. The pitch, that one is going to bounce in the dirt and moving over towards third base on the wild pitch is going to be Derek Stout. So he moves over towards third base, 90 feet away from being the first scorer for the Oilers. It's going to be a 1-1 count now incoming for McElligott. So the last stop before coming home for Stout. Hale now has a good look over there towards third base. Benefit of being a righty. With that, McElligott up to bat now. Brian Fleming waits in the wing. 1-1 the pitch. That one will be missing the spot by just a touch. It's going to be a 2-1 count now. So getting ready to go here. 2-1. Hale looks down towards his catcher and Brandon Duback. The pitch comes in, and that one's too high. It's going to be a 3-1 now. Batters count coming in. 3-1. Hale not trying to get another man on here. And set. Kicks and deals. That one is too high. That's going to be the first walk issued by him on the day. And it's going to put another man on. The bases are now loaded on the corners with 0 outs here in the contest following the wild pitch and the walk. So Hale now has to worry about 2 men on for the first time today. Brian Fleming, he struck out. His first time up was the first of 3 strikeouts so far for Lucas Hale. So get ready to go here. Hale gets set. The pitch comes in. That one swung on a miss there for strike number 1. Wonder if there's a possibility of Fleming trying to lay down a bunt and allowing your man from first to move over towards second and an opportunity to make a play at home. Or potentially a double steal. A throw back over is not going to be in time. Pick-off attempt no good there by Hale. 0-1 remains. No outs here against the Oilers. As Lucas Hale kicks and deals. The steal comes in there. Duback throws on over towards Tidwell, who tries to make the tag, but it will not be in time. Able to get the knees in there for the stolen base is McElligott, his first stolen base of the season through his 3 games played, and now it's going to be an 0-2 count coming in with 2 men in scoring position. If Fleming were to get on, he would represent the tying run. 0-2 count, no outs here. The pitch, that one is too high, up towards the neck region. It's going to be a 1-2 incoming for the team. And so the Pioneers, after only allowing just 1 hit in the first inning, here in the second, 2 men have gotten on. The pitch, that one's hit foul. It'll remain a 1-2. As right now, Ryan Gavianelli plays back in order to attack an incoming ground ball. No opportunity for a double play on a grounder here. Hale gets set. The pitch, that one is hit high in the air towards right field. Going for that one is going to be Gingrich. He makes the grab. He's going to throw on home, but it's going to be grabbed there by Gavianelli. It's going to be a sacrifice fly coming in here for Fleming that gets the first run on the board. It's 3-1, Pio's lead following that one, sending home Derek Stout. So now it's a man on second base, 1 out with 1 run on the board. Hale allows his first run to cross here in the contest. As now up to bat comes the cleanup man and Cooper Tarley to try and take things through for this one. And Tarley, he popped down his last time up towards the shortstop and Jalen Tidwell back in the first inning. 1 out. The pitch, that one is going to bounce in the dirt there. Good block there by Brandon Duback with the chest protector. Gets ball 1. 1 out. For the Pioneers, they are 11-12 so far this season. Olean 11-14. Pioneers have the lead over the Oilers in terms of winning percentage as well as the head-to-head record. However, they are currently in 5th place in the West Division, right behind Niagara Ironbacks. 1-0 the pitch. That one's down low. It's going to be a 2-up. Niagara 13-14-1. They do not have the head-to-head record over because both of them split their doubleheaders the two of them had. Right now, looking at Niagara, they currently lead over Niagara Falls 1-0 at George Taylor Field. 2-0 count now incoming towards Cooper Tarley. Pitch comes in, and that one's hit hard, and it's going to fall into shallow center field. Delaney goods to make the grab. The throw will come over. It'll be an RBI single by Cooper Tarley to score a run. It is 2 runs scored so far this inning by the Oilers to make it 3-2, Pio's lead. And now coming up is going to be the next batter, and it's going to be Aiden Willard, who struck out his last time up. Brandon Dumack will go up to the mound to discuss with his arm here. Pioneers, their schedule sees them back here again on Friday. They got the 2 days off these past 2 days. Tomorrow they're at home going against Newark. Then it's on the road against Olean on Friday. On the road Saturday, and that's going to be against Batavia. Trying to get their first win over Batavia this season, 0 for 3 in 3 attempts. And then Sunday, it's back home for a doubleheader against Niagara Falls. For ticket information for those home games, you can call 607-734-2690. So man on first base right now for the Oilers represents the tying run, and that is Cooper Tarley. Hale looking against Willard. Aiden Willard. First pitch is a stolen base coming in there. The throw comes down. It's not going to be in time. He was in there pretty quickly, Tarley. So that gets a man on second. Man in scoring position. So it's going to be a 1-0 count incoming. Just one out. It's a 3-2 ball game. Hale looks down towards his catcher. And Duback. Number 2 to number 3 getting the sign. 1-0 the pitch. That one is going to be low. It's 2-0 incoming now for the batter here in Willard. 8-game hitting streak on the line right now. Still a fair number of innings left to play. But if he can get a hit here, opportunity to score a man. That one outside 3-0. So now all of a sudden, a 3-0 count could allow the leading run to get on base. Hale looks down towards home and gets set. The pitch, that one too high, ball 4. Second walk of the inning, second walk of the day. 2 men on now with just 1 out and 2 runs having scored by Olean so far this inning. They are getting into a streak right now. It's a visit on the mound here with Coach Burkhan to discuss with Lucas Hale about how to get things going here. Just so far in this inning, it was a double that started things off by Derek Stout. Then it was a walk by Keegan McGilligan, who was able to steal a base there on a double steal following Derek Stout's mover on a wild pitch. Then it was a sacrifice fly by Brian Fleming that sent home Stout. A single allowed McGilligan to come home off the bat of Tarley, and then Willard walked here. So now 2 men on. The leading run occupies first base. Following the mound visit, up to bat comes Thomas Bates. 346 so far this season, but just 2 for 4 in his contests against Elmira. Step off here by Hale. He throws on over towards second base. Adamo will scoop that one. So it'll be remaining as 0-0. Not a first pitch yet following this mound visit. 1 out here. A ball on the ground could end this one inning without allowing Olean to step forward. That one goes on the ground there. Tidwell's going to grab it. He flips it on over to Adamo. Adamo takes a step, throws on over to first, and that's what they're going to do. It's a double play coming in. The 6-4-3 gets it on in, the most common double play in sports, and that will end the bottom half of the 4th. It's 3-2, Pioneers lead as we head to the top half of the 5th. Pioneers look to increase their lead here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top 5 here incoming. The Pioneers trying to add some more runs on the board. They allowed 2 in the bottom half of the 4th here. Anthony Levante taking you through the 9 innings of action from Olean, New York at historic Bradner Stadium. As coming up to bat now for the Pioneers is going to be Jalen Tidwell, who started off that double play that ended the last inning, the 6-4-3. And now he gets up here. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out swinging his last time up here against Menendo. First pitch comes in, and that one's hit, and it's going to head right past the glove there of McGilligan, and it's going to be a single coming in for Tyler Adamo there. Big swing there, gets him on, and now it's one man on the first pitch he sees. And so that will be the 6th of the day for the Pioneers. They get ready to go here. Menendo looking to keep things moving so far in this one. Menendo looks over towards first base. So far in this contest for him, he's thrown 75 pitches. That one goes in there for a strike. It's going to be strike number 1 against Trevor Reed, who also struck out his last time up. With a man on here, and Jalen Tidwell have to see how things end up changing. Tidwell starts putting on the sliding mitt. The pitch, that one is going to be outside. It's a 1-1. So with the sliding mitt coming on now for Tidwell, have to wonder if that means that he's potentially going to get the sign to go. As Menendo kicks and deals, that one will be for a strike. So a 1-2 count now incoming for Trevor Reed, the right fielder in this contest. Once again, no batting gloves for Trevor Reed. Just all wood in his hands as that one goes on over for a pickoff attempt. It's not going to be in time. Tidwell gets back over before Hunsicker can lay the hand down. There's a right-hander currently warming up for the Oilers. It's number 55 here, getting ready to go. Kick and deal. That one is swung on there and missed by Trevor Reed. His second punch out of the day, and that will be the first out. So Trevor Reed goes down on strikes. And now coming up is going to be Caleb Delaney, who is 5 for 5 so far today. Or 5 for 5, against Olean on the season. As they get ready to go now. Getting ready here for the first pitch, and then I make a correction here. It's Chris Lietta that's currently warming up, number 65 for the Oilers. As that one goes for a strike. It's an 0-1 count coming for Delaney. 2 infield singles so far. The tag comes in, not in time on the pickoff attempt. 0-1 count coming in now. Delaney 2 for 2 on the day, scoring 2 runs for the Pioneers in this 3-2 lead right now. Menendo kicks and deals. That one is swung over there in the foul territory, too far. They'll go for the second strike. It's an 0-2 count now incoming here. As the wind right now is blowing towards left field, the big American flag out in left center field is giving a display. getting ready on this one. Delaney gets set, the pitch. That one's too low. It's a 1-2 now. So 1-2 count now incoming for Caleb Delaney. Trying to work on through this one. There's multiple times now, Jalen Tidwell has been thrown at over at first base. Will not go this time. 1-2 count incoming for Delaney. 2 for 2 on the day so far. The pitch, that one is going to be for a ball. So I said it was Chris Lana. They switch it on over. It is going to be Henry Kite currently warming up over in the bullpen for the Olean Oilers. 2-2 count coming to Delaney. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground. It's going to be grabbed right there by Menendo. He makes the throw over towards second base, but Delaney will get on the fielder's choice. So they get the out over at second base to get out Tidwell. So 2 outs now with a man still on first base here. And it's coming up will be the next batter, Nick Spanner. He's got a triple and he's got a double today. They put the hand up and it's going to be a new arm coming out. It's going to be the new arm for the Olean Oilers, and that will be Henry Kite. When we return, the Oilers look to try and get down as the Pioneers are going through the third time in their lineup. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. As mentioned, the new arm on the mound here for the Olean Oilers, Henry Kite, who's entering into his first semester at William & Mary, coming up this fall for the team. He gets up here and gets ready to go. He's going up against Nick Spanner, who so far today has a pair of extra base hits, going against the pitcher that originally started this one off, and Jake Menendo. And we'll have to wait until the end of this inning to get you the full stat line because he didn't allow a man to get on. But to give you just a brief overview, we can do so in a second here. Menendo, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs, 7 pass, 2 walks. Of course, that could change in terms of the runs, depending on what happens with Delaney over at first base. The first pitch was a strike by Kite. This is his first appearance in the season. The pitch, that one goes in for a strike. A throw down over towards second base, got him in time. So Delaney gets caught stealing there, and that will be the third out. So Pioneers are not able to score here. It'll remain a 3-2 ball game as we head to the bottom half of the fifth from Olean, New York. Back here past the midway point of this contest, bottom 5 up to bat now. Coming for the Oilers is Christo Hunsicker, who's 0 for 1 on the day, as Lucas Hale remains on the mound. Jake Menendo ended his day on the mound as the starter for the Oilers. He went 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits allowed, 2 walks. He struck out 5, but 3 runs were able to score. That gave the Pioneers the lead right now. Hale gets ready to go here. The pitch, that one is too high. It's ball 1. So Lucas Hale would need to get through this inning to be in qualification for the victory. As 1-0 count now in comes for Hunsicker. The pitch, that one is going to go for a strike right at the belt level for him. So it's going to be a 1-1 count now incoming for Hunsicker. And Hale gets set on the mound. The pitch, that one is going to be just a bit low. It's going to be a 2-1 now. And they start warming up a man over on the mound for the Elmira Pioneers. Getting ready to go here. The pitch, that one is outside. It's going to be a 3-1 now. So 3-1 coming in for Hunsicker. Looks as though it's Lucas Rylander getting warmed up over there for the Pioneers. The pitch, 3-1, that one is ball 4. It puts a man on. So leadoff walk comes up here for the Oilers, and that will be the tying run going on base just like that. And coming up now is Logan Coslin, the extra hitter today, who grounded out towards the shortstop earlier. As they get ready to go now, and Rylander sits back down over there. Far side of your screen, you can see the bullpen for the Elmira Pioneers. Have to see who they end up going to. First pitch coming in now for a strike. 0-1 count. Lucas Rylander started the game against Jamestown, where 9 runs were able to score. Of course, not all those pinned against him due to some errors by the field. 0-1 count coming in here for Coslin. Man on first base for the Oilers. The pitch, the run down, that one's hit on the ground. It's grabbed there by Hale. He flips it on over to Gabbianelli, and he'll get the first down. So a hit and run there leads to a ground down, the 1-3, but it moves Hunsicker over towards second base. So 1 out coming in now. Man in scoring position being the tying run. And it's going to be Brady Smith stepping up. He flew out his last time up. He hit one over towards Caleb Delaney in center field. So 1 out here as we cross over the 8 o'clock hour. We thank you for joining us here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Anthony Labonte taking you through this one. Second base currently occupied here by Christo Hunsicker. First pitch from Hale. That one goes for a strike. 0-1 count now incoming. Here for Brady Smith. 1 for his last 12. The pitch, that one's fouled back. 0-2. Versus Elmira back in the beginning of June. That was the game on June 4th. He was able to get a walk. Brady Smith was. Right now, 0 for 1. Hale trying to get the second out here of the bottom half of the 5th. He gets his sign from Duback, who puts the knee down. Look back over towards second base. Hale kicks and deals. That one swung and fouled away. So now with the righty batter, that means that it's Tyler Adamo's job to move over towards second base in case of the pickoff. And will remain 0-2 here now. Hale gets ready. And now he will get the sign from Duback and get set. 0-2 count right now. The pitch, that one too high. It's going to be a 1-2. So 1-2 count incoming here for Brady Smith. So far in this contest, it is 3 men have been walked by Lucas Hale, including the man who's now on second base there in Christo Hunsicker. For the catcher, he looks at a 1-2 count. Hale kicks and deals. That one is swung on and missed there for strike 3. Another punch out comes in here by Lucas Hale. That there will be his 4th K of the day. As now comes the 10-hole batter in Aiden Coburn. So 2 outs now. Pioneers just need to get any sort of out to get out of this one without allowing a run. They just lead by 1 run right now. Coburn steps into the right-handed batter's box and gets ready to go. Looking over down. Hunsicker on second base. The deal from Hale. That one swung on a miss on the breaking ball. It'll be strike 1. Just tries and swings over top of it for no 1 count. Hale getting right here, trying to get through 5 innings of work. He's already got 2 outs. And gets set. Second time through the lineup, the pitch. That one is low. Good hold up there, coming by Coburn. It's a 1-1 count. Hale takes his breath and gets ready to go here. Wind has stopped. The sun continuing to set. You can see the shadows. The pitch. That one swung on a miss there for strike 2. Trying to check his swing, but it went right around. It's a 1-2 count. Hale is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Not allowing a man to score. And he'll get set. Hale. The pitch, that one. Swung on a miss there for strike 3. His 2nd punch out of this inning and the 5th strikeout of the day. The Pioneers are able to hold the man on second. It remains 3-2 as we head to the top of the 6th here from Olean, New York. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the 6th inning, Pioneers lead 3-2, but they have not scored since back in the 3rd. They scored 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd. Olean was able to score 2 in the 4th, but held up this last time as the arm on the mound right now remains as Henry Kite, as I was saying, entering into its freshman semester at William & Mary, coming up real soon down there in Williamsburg, Virginia. What a lovely area that is down there, and he will have to go up against the batter here, Nick Spanner. He was up before, but the caught stealing on Caleb Delaney has sent him back to the back, and now he's up to bat. 2 for 2 so far today, a triple and a double. First pitch coming to him. That one's going to go for a strike. He scored runs in both of those swings that ended up scoring Caleb Delaney. If he does get a swing here, it's not going to be able to score Delaney, but have to see how far he can send this one. That one goes in there for a ball. It's a 1-1 count now incoming. A triple and a double, halfway there to the cycle. That one's upstairs. It's going to be a 2-1. Arguably the second hardest one still has to get in terms of the home run. The triple is always the most difficult. 2-1 the pitch. That one's outside. It's 3-1 incoming now for Nick Spanner. 3-1 count coming in for Nick Spanner. The pitch, that one's ball 4. Nick Spanner will get on a walk here as he gets on 3 times at the plate, 3 times he's gotten on. And now Manny Castro will step up. He was the first man to walk against Menendo to stop things off. And now with a man on, have to see how Castro works. He has a single as well on the day. That one scored a run. That was Nick Spanner following his triple. Kite gets set here for Castro. The pitch, that one is going to be high. So in his first game of the season for the Pioneers, already gotten on twice in 2 plate appearances, currently sitting at an on-base percentage of 1,000. Castro stands in here, the pitch. That one will go for a strike for the man from St. Bonaventure. And so he's wearing number 1 today. Castro, he'll be wearing it for the rest of the season, replacement of Michael Gardner. 1-1, the pitch. That one's too high. It's going to be a 2-1 count now incoming for him. And now getting ready to here. Stepping up and getting ready to swing is Manny Castro. Getting ready to go right by the road here. So if you hear those cars go by, it's reason why. That one's fouled back. It's going to be a 2-2. Historic Bradner Stadium, where rumor has it that Jackie Robinson played here back in the day. So a lot of history happening in this area that the Pioneers look to try and get a victory in. 2-2 count. The pitch, that one is fouled away. It'll remain a 2-2 for Castro as Spanner took his secondary lead there, but has to go back on the foul ball. 2-2 here. Spanner gets low, watches over on Kite. The pitch, that one is swung on there by Castro and heads over towards the shortstop, who flings it on over towards second, on to first for the double play. The 6-4-3 coming by McGilligan to Bates, over to Hunsicker for the 2 outs. And now coming up is Tyson Gingrich here. That's the second double play that the Pioneers have hit into today. The man who hit into the first one is now up. He's 0 for 2 on the day. It's Tyson Gingrich. He, once again, double play, and then it was a fly out towards left field. They were able to grab. So nobody is on now here in the top half of the 6th inning. 2 outs coming up. That one's hit high in the air by Gingrich. His head's over there, and going for that one, there's left fielder once again at Willard for the 3rd out. So down go the Pioneers. 3 batters step up, 3 batters go down here. And now we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning, where the top of the order will get ready to go for the Olean Oilers. Hale remains on the mound, but let's take a look at the standings right now, and we'll talk about what's happening around the West Division. So Niagara, you see they jumped over Elmira, sitting at 13, 14, and 1. Right now, they lead over the Niagara Falls Americans 1-0. Niagara Falls, they've lost 9 in a row. Batavia, they sit in the 1 spot, and they're leading over Geneva. It's 7-0 in the top of the 7th. Meanwhile, Auburn, they travel to Newark. They lead 7-4. And then, of course, in this one, Elmira, they lead over Olean 3-2, and they look to continue that here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. With coming up is going to be the top of the order for the Oilers. It's Derek Stout, who has gotten on twice today. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. The third time through the order is here for Lucas Hale. He kicks and deals. That one is going to be too high. It'll be ball 1. Just above the letters there. So 1-0 count now here, as so far in the day for Lucas Hale. He's been able to strike out a grand total of 5 batters. He pitches. That one's down low. It's going to be 2-0 incoming here. And so for Hale, he looks to try and attack the man who has 2 hits so far today, but both times they've been out of the zone. It's a 2-0 count incoming now. Hale kicks and deals. That one will be there for a strike. Just above the belt, in there for the zone. It's a 2-1 count. For Lucas Hale so far today, he is currently sitting at a grand total of 85 pitches. Hale kicks and deals. That one's down low. It's a 3-1 count now. Pitch 86 in there. He's thrown 51 strikes in this contest. It's a 3-1 count coming in for the man at the top of the order, Derek Stout. Pioneers just lead by 1. The pitch, that one low, ball 4. So Stout gets on for another time today. His 3rd time on. It's by a walk. And so now coming up is going to be the next batter here, the shortstop, Keegan McElligott, who started off that double play last time around. As with the tying run on base with no outs, it's a similar situation as seen back before in the 5th inning. Gets set here is Hale. Stout has stolen a base today. That was in the 1st. The pitch shows bunt, pulls back, but it's not going to be changing it. It's going to go for a strike. 0-1 count. And so right now he walked before. That was the 2nd time getting walked this season. Throw back over towards first base. Tries to make the tag. It's not going to be in time as Gabianelli to try and get Stout. So it'll be an 0-1 count. Still remains here. Hale looks to go. As Hale takes a look back over and gets ready to go. The pitch back over towards first. It's going to get past Gabianelli, and Stout's going to move on his way over towards second base. So a throw on the outside allows for Stout to move over towards second. It's going to be an error going on against the man on the mound, and E1 coming in there. So first error comes in. It's an 0-1 count. Man on second base now once again for Olean. The tying run. And it's Derek Stout, who's made it around the base path once before. The pitch, that one is going to be a little bit outside. It's a 1-1 here. As you see over on the other side, Lucas Rylander continues to get warm for the Pioneers. Pitch, that one is there for a strike. It's a 1-2 now. Hale battles back and looks to try and get the first out here. Man on second base, that's Derek Stout. Hale takes a breath and is going to move to getting set. Look back. Kick and deal. That one is swung and a miss there for strike 3. First out comes in by a punch out, the 6th K of the day by Lucas Hale. And now coming up is going to be Brian Fleming to step up here to try and get things moving. He wants to get his guy on second base all the way home. Right now, Lucas Rylander working on a one pitch basis between him and the man on the mound. First pitch coming here from Hale. That one will go for a strike. So Hale's now able to get back in, and that's sometimes what happens with Lucas Hale is he just has to have a man on, and he starts getting back in his zone here. 0-1 count. Hale's pitch, that one's too high. It's 1-1. You can see him a little frustrated with that one. Just left the fingers a little wrong. 1-1 count. Going in for Fleming. The pitch, that one's hitting the air towards foul territory. It'll go too far. It's going to be a 1-2 now incoming. Hale trying to get things moving here. And getting ready to go. As Hale looks down towards Dubeck for his sign. Getting ready for this one. Kick and deal. That one swung on a miss there. Drop third strike. Throw goes over towards first base for the second out. So Lucas Hale, with a man on, has struck out 2 batters. That is strikeout number 8 on the day. Correction, number 7 on the day for Lucas Hale. 2 down now as man on second base. Coming up is going to be Cooper Charlie. He is 1 for 2 on the day. He had a single that scored a run. And coming up now and getting ready to go. He's gotten on base in every single game that he's played this season. That's 19. As Hale gets ready. Rylander has stepped off the rubber in the bullpen, so no one in there now. First pitch outside, 1-0. Hale looks to try and get out number 3 here, go through 6, allow for the late innings to start to roll in. Getting set. Hale. Kicks and deals. That one will go for a strike. 1-1 count now incoming for the center fielder. Batting .271 so far in the season. As getting the sign there. 16 hits so far in the season. Improved that to 17 here today. And that one is swung on foul there. It'll be a 1-2. Swung just a touch too early. Sent it over towards the left side of the field for the righty. 1-2 count. Right now, the Oilers have left 4 on base through the past couple innings. And they look to try and get things moving here. Do not want to leave their 5th. Hale takes a breath. Gets his sign. It's a 1-2 count coming in here. Gets set. Look back over towards second base. He kicks. He deals. That one down low. 2-2. No attempted swing there coming in. So it'll remain the count there. 2-2 count coming in for Cooper Tarley. Lucas Hale trying to get out of this one. There's 2 outs in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Step out comes in here. Just a timeout by the batter to get things back together and get ready to go. Just needs another second before stepping in. Hale gets set. He kicks. He deals. That one will be low. It's a full count now incoming for Tarley. A pitch here can determine if another one gets on or if Hale gets out of the runner in scoring position jam. Getting ready now. The pitch, that one is low, ball 4. So Tarley will get on for a second time today. It'll be by way of walk. And now coming up is going to be Aiden Willard to get things moving. The tying run is over at second. The leading run currently sits at first base for the Oilers, trying to get their first win over the Elmira Pioneers this season. The Pios, in both of their games that have been at Dunfield, won both of them. The pitch, that one, swung on a miss there for strike 1. He swung over top of that one. Hale's fastball gets in there. 0-1. 0 for 1 in the day with a walk is Aiden Willard. He struck out against Hale. 0-1, the pitch, that one, swung on again and missed for strike 2. So 2 pitches and 2 swings have gotten the first 2 strikes with 2 outs. Hale trying to get another K in this inning. 2 so far, and that's gotten the 2 outs. He steps off a timeout by the batter last second, so will not be a balk. As Aiden Willard called timeout, that left Hale having to step off and off throw through. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be high. It's going to be a 1-2. So 1-2 counting coming for Willard, who does a good job not swinging there. Hale looks back. He steps. He throws. That one down low. Good block by Dubak and making the snag for a 2-2 count. 2-2 count coming in towards the left fielder. 8-game hitting streak. Trying to keep that alive here. If he can get a hit here, that would most likely score the tying run and potentially bring home the leading run. The pitch, that one, there for strike 3. Catches him looking the 8th punch out of the day by Lucas Hale. He gets out of the 2-men-on jam, and we head to the top of the 7th. The Pioneers keep the lead. It's 3-2 over the Olean Oilers here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the 7th, Tyler Adamo steps up following 6 innings by Lucas Hale, where he has only allowed 2 runs to score. A quality start so far by Lucas Hale. Have to see if he comes up in the bottom half, but for Tyler Adamo, he gets ready to go here. First pitch goes for a ball. So it'll be a 1-0 count coming for him. He enters into this at-bat, looking at an at-bat of 0 for 2 on the day. He popped down his last time. The next pitch goes in there for a strike. It's a 1-1. For Lucas Hale in this contest, he has thrown a total of 107 pitches. That one swung and a miss there from Adamo on the fastball by Kite. It's a 1-2. So they getting ready here. Kite has faced the minimum amount of batters. That one's fouled away. It'll remain a 1-2. He did walk Nick Spanner, but then a double play ground out by Manny Castro got the two of them out, and then a fly out by Tyson Gingrich. That one swung on high into foul territory. Running for that one is going to be the catcher, who moves on over. Does he have enough room? He is not able to do so. It goes past the backstop and will remain a 1-2 count. Through 1 1/3 so far by Kite. Has only allowed one man to get on. One-two count incoming for Tyler Adamo. Kite gets his knee high and throws. That one's well above the head and above the Columbia helmet there for Adamo. Remains 2-2. Kite kicks and deals. Adamo swings on that one and misses. It's strike number 3 coming in. Kite picks up his first K of the day. Yes. Now coming up is going to be Brandon Duback to take this one through with 1 out on the board in the top half of the 7th for the Pioneers. If they can get some insurance runs, that would be a great benefit because so far in the past couple innings, some base runners have gotten on. First pitch for a ball there. It's going to be 1-0 coming for Duback. Duback 0 for 2 on the day. That one goes for a strike. There. He's going to go to 1-1. He struck out his last time up. That was back in the 4th inning. The pitch, that one swung on a miss there. It's going to be a 1-2 now. Monitoring that game in Niagara, Canada. 3-0 lead by the Ironbacks over the Americans. The pitch, that one swung on a miss there for strike 3. Second time striking out today for Brandon Duback. So back-to-back strikeouts coming from Kite, and now coming up is going to be Alex Davis. 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. So not a hit yet, but as he goes on there, it'll be for a strike. Going to be a 0-1 count incoming. The pitch, that one is too high. It goes for ball 1. So it's a 1-1 count following the initial check swing there. That went too far by Alex Davis, the extra hitter in this contest. The pitch, that one is in there for a strike. And now just 1 strike away from striking out the side is Henry Kite. He kicks, he deals, that one in there for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Elmira Pioneers. Henry Kite strikes out the side and ends that one. We head to the bottom half of the 7th. Pioneers still lead 3-2 over the Olean Oilers. It's a new man on the bump for the Elmira Pioneers. It's Lucas Rylander stepping up now to take things forward as he started in that last game against the Tarp Skunks. Ended up getting the loss in that one. Now enters in here to try and get the work going for this one. And he will have to step up, going up against the middle of the order here. It's Thomas Bates, Christo Hunsicker, and Logan Kodslin. Lucas Hale exits his day. He ended up throwing 6 innings. He only allowed a grand total of a couple of hits coming in here, and he threw over 100. So 3 hits, 2 runs, both of which would be earned. He walked a grand total of 5 batters in this one, but was able to punch out 8. So Lucas Rylander against Rennie, and he will have to go against Bates. Bates is 0 for 2 on the day. He flew out and then hit into a double play his last time up. Bottom 7, we just stretch our legs, and that's what brings Rylander here. The kick, the deal, shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Attacking on in there is Castro from third base. A fastball crashes in, and getting ready to go here. We cross the 2-hour mark of this contest here. The pitch, and that one is swung out there towards shallow left. It's going to be a single coming in for Bates. So man gets on immediately for the Oilers, the tying run. And now coming up is going to be Christo Hunsicker, the first baseman, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. Trying to continue on here, going against this new arm. A wave coming over from the man on first in Thomas Bates. Rylander getting ready. Warming up right now is another arm for the Pioneers. That's Sam Watts. Pitch, 1-0. That one's upstairs, 2-0. So 2-0 count coming in here for Hunsicker. Rylander, as I've mentioned before, a man who, once he gets through the first inning of his appearance, does an even better job through his time. Just has to get through the first. The pitch, that one's upstairs again. It's 3-0. 3 pitches being upstairs. Correction, it's a 2-0 count. Rylander kicks and deals that one in there for a strike. Strike comes in there. It's going to be ready to go. Looking down. Rylander gets set. Here, the pitch. That one swung foul. 2 strikes now. Going against. It's a 2-2 count now coming in. Rylander trying to get the 3rd strike here. Getting ready to go. Man on first base, that's Thomas Bates. Hunsicker at the plate right now. 2-2 count. Rylander kicks and deals. That one swung foul. It'll remain a 2-2 count incoming here. So far in this contest, the Oilers have left a grand total of 6 men on base. Not trying to do that again, especially with just a 1-run deficit. Rylander looks down. The right-hander getting ready to throw. 2-2. The pitch. That one swung high and towards center field. Going back for that one is going to be Delaney. He makes the snag. So running back over towards first base will be Hunsicker, who tried to go on a hit and run. 1 out comes in now. on the fly out. And coming up now is going to be Logan Conslin, who was 0 for 2 on the day. He grounded out twice, a 6-3 and a 1-3. That's gotten him out. Trying to move along the runner. Rhinelander looks to hold off as we enter into the late innings of this game. Rhinelander looks down and gets set. He kicks and deals from the stretch. That one's fouled, and it's going to hit off the top of the press box here. So first pitch strike coming in now for him. Pioneers have a home game on Thursday, so tomorrow, against Newark. For ticket information for a free t-shirt night, you can call 607-734-2690. The pitch, that one's hit foul again towards the press box over here. So strike 2 comes in. 0-2 count incoming for Logan Conslin. Extra hitter in this one. He is 0 for 4 against Elmira this entire season. Trying to see if he can change that here against Lucas Rhinelander. Rhinelander gets sent the pitch. That one's hit on the ground. Heads over towards short for Tidwell. He flips it on over to Adamo. Adamo to Gabbianelli. It's going to go wide. So a fielder's choice that gets something else there. 1 out. 2 outs coming now. As Bates is currently standing on second base. So they make sure him off. So fielder's choice there. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Rhinelander able to get it as up to bat now comes Brady Smith. Smith steps up. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He flew out towards center field, and then he ended up striking out. Rhinelander done a good job after allowing the first man to get on a single. Rhinelander kicks and deals. That one's down low. Ball 1. 1-0 count right now. Rhinelander looks down. Single started off this one. That was by Thomas Bates. He got out that last time on the fielder's choice. The pitch, that one's in there for a strike. So strike comes in on the catcher and Smith. Sticks on the mound right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs right now. Rhinelander looks down towards the catcher in Duback. He will get squared. He'll throw. That one low. Duback tries to throw. The ball slips out of his hand. So man moves over towards second base. It's a stolen bag coming in there for Logan Conslin. Brandon Duback looked to try and throw it down. It just ball slipped out of his hand, fell right in front of the circle there. It'll be a 2-1 count incoming with 2 outs. Man in scoring position. He represents the tying run. That man there is Logan Conslin. Rhinelander gets sad. Delivers from the stretch. That one swung and a miss. It's a 2-2 count now. Just 1 strike away from getting out of this inning is Lucas Rhinelander. And Smith gets set. Man just across the diamond looking to bring home the delivery. That one's in on the ground. It heads over towards Castro. Castro takes his steps. He throws on over to first. Gabbianelli stretches for that one and gets the 3rd out. So Rhinelander, despite the first man getting on, is able to get out of the inning. No score. We head to the top of the 8th. Pioneers lead 3-2 here in the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Maid, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Kite remains on the mound for the top of the 8th inning. The Pioneers have not scored since back in the 3rd, where they ended up scoring 1. That gave them the run that's now the leading run right now. It's 3-2. Elmira lead over Olean here in the West Division. Up to bat is Ryan Gabbianelli. First pitch goes in there for ball 1. So Kite so far, he walked a man. That there was in Nick Spanner. However, a double play corrected that mistake. That one will go for a strike. It's a 1-1 count now. And so Kite has gone through a full big inning as that one gets hit on the ground. It's grabbed there by the third baseman there in Coburn, who flings over to Hunsicker for the out on the grounder. So not able to strike out the sign like he did last time around is Kite, but still gets the first out on the 5-3. Up to bat comes Jalen Tidwell, who is 1 for 2 on the day. He has a single, but did strike out back in the 3rd inning. That single came in the 4th. In the 5th. Pioneers so far today have 6 hits so far. The pitch outside, ball 1. Tidwell trying to keep on moving through this one. The pitch, that one, is going to be up high. Jalen Tidwell has gotten on every single game he's played this season. 18 games in a row. The pitch, that one swung high in the air, heads towards foul territory. It's going to change to a 2-1 count now. So 2-1 count coming in for Jalen Tidwell, who tries to continue along here. Kite kicks, deals. That one swung on a man, strike 2. 2-2 count with 1 out for Jalen Tidwell. Trevor Reed sits on deck for the Pioneers as they lead in the top of the 8th inning. The pitch, that one runs inside, comes close to hitting Tidwell. He's been hit 12 times this season. That's 2nd in the PGCBL for most. A 3-2 count now incoming. The pitch, that one swung on a miss there for strike 3. Goes down and strikes for a 2nd time today. The 4th K by Kite. And now coming up is going to be Trevor Reed, who is 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. And he gets ready to go. The left fielder in this contest. Pioneers, once again, have not been able to score runs since back in the 3rd inning. They haven't had a hit since back in the 5th, but that'll change it. It's a single coming in from Trevor Reed there to put a man on. Trevor Reed's first hit of the day comes on a single, his 7th hit on the season. And now coming up is the top of the order. It's Caleb Delaney stepping up now. He is 2 for 3 on the day against Olean. He is 5 for 6 on the season and gets ready to go. A pair of infield singles, and then on the fielder's choice, he was able to just beat out the throw to stop a double play from developing. The pitch, that one goes high in the air. Calling off that one is going to be Coburn. On the first pitch, makes the catch, gets the out. That'll do it for the top of the 8th inning. Pioneers are not able to score. They leave one on again, so that will head us to the bottom half of the 8th. Oilers are running down to final chances to try and score to take the tie or the lead here from Olean, New York. Rylander remains working on the bump, and it's going to be a pinch hitter coming up here. It's Armanis Romero stepping in, batting .320 this season, looking to try and put something on the board for the Olean Oilers, who currently trail 3-2. They have left a grand total of 7 runners on base as that one's hit on the ground. It heads over and it's going to cut through the center of the infield. A single comes in on the first pitch thrown, and that's what the Oilers need. Now they just have to move him, and it's going to go to the top of the order, and it's going to be starting off with Derek Stout, who on the day today is 2 for 2 with a walk, getting ready to go. Just 6 more outs that Olean has to work with to score 1 run, to tie it up, send it to the 10th, or score 2 and take the win. Rylander, as there's a leap over there by Romero. The throw, that one goes in there, but too much inside. It's a 1-0 count. So Rylander lets up second hit of the day today. Another leadoff single. That same thing happened in the last one where Bates got on. Rylander delivers. That one fouled away. It's now 1-1. Armanis Romero on first base here. For Romero, he has been able to steal a grand total of 2 bags this season. Getting ready to go now. The pitch, that one is a strike. The throw down over towards Adamo. Is it in time? It is. That's the first out of the inning. They catch Romero stealing. Big throw there by Dubak, and that'll be the first out. It's also going to be a strike call there, so it makes it a 1-2 count incoming with 1 out. Derek Stout trying to get back on as the first man goes out of the inning on a caught-stealing attempt. Gets Romero out. Great throw there by Brandon Dubak over towards second. The throw and the 1-2, that one's upstairs. 2-2 now. Just the pop time of Brandon Dubak on that pitch allowed them to succeed as once again Sam Watts warming up in the bullpen for the Elmira Pioneers. Has one of the saves on the season for them of the 2. The other one went to Lucas Rylander. That one now makes it a full count. It's a 3-2 count incoming. Here for the matter in Stout. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning. Rylander delivers from the windup. That one is going to go over foul. Just close enough, but rolls just a little bit to the left of the first baseline. least from my vantage point, so to the right for the batter. Full count incoming here. Rylander stands back on as they wait for Stout to get back into the box, and he does so. Right now, the infielder's playing a little bit back. Outfielder's not shifted at all. The pitch, that one is upstairs, ball 4. On goes Derek Stout for the 4th time today. He gets walked. And now Keegan McGilligan steps up. He's 0 for 2 on the day, but has a walk to his name. And with a man on, just trying to advance him. Here, bottom 8. 5 more outs for Olean to work. Pioneers just lead by 1. As Keegan McGilligan, he is 4 for 9 on the season, including today. The pitch, that one swung hard, heads over there. Adamo makes the grab. He throws over towards second for Tidwell, and it's going to be in time. So a fielder's choice there on a hard swung ball by McGilligan. Gets the out, so it's 2 down now. Man stays on first base. It just exchanges of who it is from Stout to McGilligan. And now Brian Fleming will step up. He is 0 for 2 on the day with a sacrifice fly that scored a run. That was back there in the 4th inning, the lone time that the Oilers were able to score. With 2 outs now, Rylander deals. The pitch, that one's low. 1-0. Incoming. And so have to see now, because McGilligan did steal a bag earlier. Of course, that was in a double steal situation, though. 1-0 count. Getting ready here. The pitch, that one is in there for a strike. So an even exchange, 1 for 1. Now Rylander tries to get this last down to the bottom half of the 8th. Go to the 9th, in the lead. Allow for more insurance runs to potentially come in. Or force just 3 more outs for Olean. 1-1. The pitch. That one is going to be just a bit high. 2-1. And so this here is where it's going to get tricky, because on deck is Cooper Tarley. If getting on is Fleming, then opportunity for Tarley to blow this game wide open. That one's outside. It's a 3-1 count now. A 3-1 count incoming here. A caught stealing attempt and then a fielder's choice caused the first 2 outs of this inning, trying to get the last one. The pitch, that one's upstairs, ball 4. So another walk comes in here from Lucas Rylander. Puts the man on, and Cooper Tarley now has an opportunity. The tying run is at second base. The leading run is over at first. You hit something into the outfield, and that could lead to it. There's a pinch runner coming in for the Oilers. It's going to be Fournier coming in here as the pinch runner for Fleming. With just 2 outs here. Rylander remains on the mound, getting ready to go. Tight situation, 2 men on. This has happened numerous times for the Oilers where they have not been able to score. Now opportunity arises. Can they put it on through? Have to see. First pitch coming in from Rylander to the batter. That one swung on and fouled there. It's an 0-1 count. So getting ahead first is Rylander. This is going to be a give and take sort of at bat going here up against Tarley. As he looks down towards Stuback for the sign. And Rylander with the 0-1. The pitch. That one is going to be too high, but when they checked to see if there was a swing, no go around. It's a 1-1. 1-1 count. It was A 1-1 back up against Fleming, but then ended up turning to a 4-1 walk. Here goes Rylander. Gets ready, not trying to load the bases here or allow a man to score. The pitch, that one's fouled away. It turns to a 1-2. Just one more strike needed by Lucas Rylander to get out of this inning unscathed. Lucas Hale started the day off. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, 5 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs. That's a quality start for him. He's in line for a victory right now. If the Pioneers can hold on, it would be his first victory on the season. 1-2 count coming in now for Cooper Tarley. The pitch, that one, low, 2-2. Coming in. Rylander on just a couple days rest from his start against Jamestown on Sunday in Game 1 of just one because the second half was postponed of the doubleheader. Now in here in relief. The 2-2, the pitch, that one, too high. It's a full count now. Very close pitch there. If it drops maybe quarter of an inch more, that one is strike 3. But can't be dwelling on the last pitch. Stepping off real quick as Duvak wipes off his eyes. And they get ready to go. A full count is incoming now for Cooper Tarley. One strike ends it. A ball sends it to bases loaded. A swing that can fall would allow potentially a man to score from second base and tie this ball game up. Full count, 2 outs. Rylander gets set. Tarley looks on. The pitch, that one, swung on there, heading down and foul. Heads too far left, foul. It'll remain a 3-2 count incoming here. Once again, Tarley, 1 for 2 on the day with a single. He did walk back his last time up in the 6th inning. Trying to get back on for a 3rd time today and get the men across for his Olean team. A full count. Rylander kicks, deals, that one, swung, missed, strike 3. Rylander gets out of the tight jam, and we head to the top of the 9th inning. The Pioneers lead 3-2, try to increase their runs as we head to the top. Olean just has 3 more outs to work with. We'll see how it goes when we enter into that one. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the 9th inning. The Pioneers are able to hold Olean back to no runs in the bottom half as the first pitch comes in and it hits off Nick Spanner. He will head to first base to be the first base runner for the Pioneers. And now coming up is going to be Manny Castro here in the top half of the 9th. Pioneers looking to increase their score. They lead 3-2. The big story for Olean, 9 runners left on base in this contest. So now coming up is going to be Castro. First pitch goes in there for a strike. It's an 0-1 count for him with a man on. Top 9, Olean has just 3 more outs to work with. Pioneers looking to return back to 500. They are 11-12 right now. The pitch, that one is going to be high. It's going to be a 1-1. The other game that they are currently looking at is the Niagara Falls Niagara Ironbacks game, which right now Niagara Ironbacks are leading over the Americans 7-0 in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The pitch, that one's outside. Due to the tie, Niagara is currently leading over Elmira in the standings. Canada sits in the 4th spot, Elmira in 5. The kick and deal from Kite. That one is swung on there and missed by Castro. It's going to go for strike 2. Castro hit into a double play his last time up. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. That single in the first inning ended up scoring a run. That was one of the 2 runs that scored in the first. Time is out here. Pioneers scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third. No other inning have they scored here today. And the 2 runs scored by Olean came in the 4th and nowhere else. Kite delivers. That one swung on and missed there for a strike, and that will be strike number 3. So down goes Castro. Coming up is going to be the next batter here, and Tyson Gingrich to take things forward following the punch out. Gingrich 0 for 3 on the day. He hit into a double play earlier, then flew out twice towards left field, towards Willard, who is not there anymore. It's Cooper Tarley. Grant Fournier moves over towards center. That one is swung on and missed there for strike 1. And over at third base in replacement of Coburn is Armenis Romero. 0-1 count incoming now for Gingrich. The pitch, that one's in high and foul again. It's 0-2 now for Gingrich. Tyson Gingrich, he was entering in today 3 for his last 5. Now currently sitting at 3 for his last 8. Kite gets set. High schooler heading into William and Mary. Kicks and deals. That one goes inside. It's a 1-2. And Gingrich looking to try and move Spanner along. Try and get another run on this board. Give the Pioneers a larger lead. Have to see, does Rylander come out for the last inning, or do they try and go to their closer in Sam Watts? The pitch, that one swung on a miss there for strike 3. That's out number 2. So Gingrich strikes out there. Out 2 comes in. That's the 6th punch out coming by Kite. And now coming up is Tyler Adamo. He's 0 for 3 on the day. He's struck out twice and popped one over towards the shortstop. Spanner still sits on first base. The pitch, that one outside, ball 1. Here. Trying to get things moving along here for the Pioneers. Adamo down to the Pioneers' last out to try and increase their score. Spanner over at first base. Lead comes in. That one's outside. It's 2-0. Coming in now. Hoping to try and continue on here. Henry Kite, he's gone a total of 4 innings so far. That one swung on there, heads foul on this one. 4 innings so far. He came in relief of Menendo, who right now would be in line for the loss if the score were to hold up. Menendo went 4 2/3. Now Kite is gone 4. The pitch, that one, swung on there. It heads towards right center field, going back there and trying to make the play. Will not be able to. It heads off over towards the Casa Trinity wall. Nick Spanner will come on in home, and it's going to be sliding down there as Adamo for the triple. Ball goes back there. Adamo's going to run on home. He's trying to make all 4 bases. Does he get in there in time? No, he does not. He gets tagged out, but it's a triple that comes in for Tyler Adamo. That allows for the Pioneers to score 1. It is now 4-2. Pioneers lead as we head it to the bottom half of the 9th. They just need to score, get 3 outs to hold on to the victory. Now on the mound for the Pioneers, it's the closer in Sam Watts who steps up to take things through. He has not thrown since June 28th. That was the game against Niagara Falls, the second game there where they ended up losing in extras in that contest. He looks to come in here and trying to get a save here on the season. Has just 1 so far. Tries now to change that, and he will have to just make 3 more outs without allowing a single 2 runs to score. If the score were to hold, Lucas Hale gets his first win of the season. He moves to 1-5. Lucas Rylander would get a hold, and Sam Watts would get a save, his second save of the year. But the only way to do that is to be able to get 3 outs in this one. This is going to be the 6th appearance so far this season by Sam Watts. He's thrown 6 2/3. He has a 2.7 ERA with a 1.35 whip, trying to get through this one. And up to bat comes Aiden Willard, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. He did walk once. So the right-hander from the University of Massachusetts Dartmouth on the mound, looking to take things forward. Looking on down towards home plate. Watts getting ready. Kicks and deals for his first pitch. That one will be low, ball 1. So 1-0 count coming in now. Poor Willard, who tries to get things moving. On deck, Thomas Bates. Behind him is Christo Hunsicker. That's the man in the hole. The pitch, that one is going to be low again. It's 2-0. Here, Sam Watts still looking for his first strike of his appearance. Opportunity here. Looks down, gets the sign from Duback. 2-0, the pitch. That one swung on there, heads towards center field. Going back for that one, it's Delaney. It's going to go over his head. It hits off the wall, moving on over towards second base there and holding up at second. It's going to be a double coming in for the batter there in Willard. So that's a way to get things moving. It's a man on second base. Up to bat comes Thomas Bates, who had a single his last time up. That was in the 7th inning. So far in this contest, the Olean Oilers have left a grand total of 9 men on. They look to try and change that and get a man home, to and possible, to try and take the lead over the Elmira Pioneers, tie this one up, head into the 10th, or 3 to take the lead. And up to bat comes the batter here in Thomas Bates to try and get things through. 1 for 3 on the day. Watts looks back towards second base. Adamo shadows. Watts delivers the pitch. That one is going to be inside. Still yet to find a strike yet right now is Sam Watts. Pioneers 11-12 on the season. Olean 11-14. Pioneers trying to go back to 500 on the year. Opportunity to go back into the 4 spot. Watts looks back. He kicks and deals. That one is going to be hit towards center field. Going back for that one is going to be Delaney. He gets underneath that one. He makes the snag. Going to make the throw. Trying to find third. It's not going to be in time, though. Castro makes the snag. So it advances the runner. 1 out comes in. There on the fly ball. Coming up now is going to be Christo Hunsicker. Man now on third base. Pioneers lead by 2 runs. So if 1 run were to score, that is okay. Just have to hold on for 2 more outs. Hunsicker so far today. 0 for 2 with a walk. Getting ready to go here. Looking on down. Watts gets set. 4-2 Pios lead. Watts kicks, he deals. That one going to be in there for the first called strike of his appearance today. 0-1 count now incoming for Hunsicker. He flew out towards center field his last time up. Caleb Delaney has had 2 balls hit his way so far in this inning. He caught one went over the head and went into the center field wall. That one is hit foul. It's going to be an 0-2 count. Sam Watts is ahead by 2 strikes. Pioneers, 0-2 count. They lead by 2 runs. That comes after Tyler Adamo hit a triple that allowed a man to score, was thrown out at home, but came ever so close to making it all the way around the base path. Would not have been a inside the park home run due to an error, but coming in close now. Sam Watts, 0-2 count, getting ready here. He looks over towards third. Timeout is called by the batter. Watts is going to return back to the rubber. Timeout came by Christo Hunsicker, who on the season is just 2 for 9 against the Elmira Pioneers. The pitch, that one is swung on there. It heads over towards left field. It's grabbed there by Trevor Reed. He throws on in. It's going to be grabbed there by the man over and third base there in Castro. So now down to their final out is going to be the Olean Oilers. And coming up here is now going to be Logan Coslin. So far today, 0 for 3. He had a fielder's choice back in the 7th inning, where he was able to steal a base. But so far, 0 for 3 on the day. He's 0 for 5 against the Elmira Pioneers this entire season. Elmira Pioneers are a record of 2-0 against Olean this year. Both games being played at Dunn Field. This is the first one played at historic Bradner Stadium. Watts gets set. 2 outs, man on third. The pitch, that one, in there for a strike. That one looked very low, but they do give the call over towards the pitcher. 0-1 count. 2 outs, man on third base. Watts gets ready here. He's set. Kicks, deals. That one runs inside. Leaning back for that one is going to be Coslin. It's going to be a 1-1 count. So a 1-1 incoming for Coslin. Watts looks down towards his catcher to get his sign. Just 1 out the Olean Oilers have to work with here in the bottom half of the 9th. The kick and deal from the Pioneer, and that one is going to go past Duback. He makes sure that it stays with him. No runner there from third base. It'll be a 2-1 count. Coming in. Watts continuing here with this one. Watts right now, he has already thrown 11 pitches in this appearance, with 6 of them going for strikes, but that includes the ones that have been hit out into the outfield for the outs. 2-1 count. Watts gets set. He kicks, he deals. That one is going to be low. It's a 3-1. So 3-1 count incoming. One ball would load the corners, put the tying run on, and allow the next man to come up. The man on deck is Brady Smith. 3-1 count coming here. Watts gets set. The pitch. That one swung on there. Heads towards left field. Left center. Going underneath that one and making the grab is Caleb Delaney for the third out. The Pioneers win this one in Olean 4-2 over the Oilers. Their third win over the Oilers this season. And it's going to be returning back to 500. They moved to 12-12 on the season following that win. And Lucas Hale will pick up his first win on the season. He goes to 1-5 on the year. Lucas Rylander will get his hold there, and then Sam Watts gets the save in that one. The upcoming games for the Elmira Pioneers after this tight one in Olean. They'll return to Olean on Friday, but in between, tomorrow night against Newark at home at historic Dunfield. It is a free t-shirt night. And then on Saturday, they head out to Batavia once again for a game against the Muck Dogs. For ticket information, call 607-734-2690. Special thank you to our owners, Robbie and Miss Nellie Nichols, alongside general managers Mark and Tabitha Witt. Our assistant general manager is Jacob Rose. From Olean, New York, I'm Anthony Labonte saying so long. The Pioneers win this one 4-2 in the ninth as they head to a 500 record.